Did you know that nearly 80 million people in the United States have contracted human papillomavirus, HPV? That's almost a quarter of the entire population. And while HPV is mostly linked to cervical cancer, it leaves many wondering, could it play a role in breast cancer too? Let's dig deeper. Understanding HPV, the numbers don't lie. HPV isn't just any virus, it's the most common sexually transmitted infection, STI. In the US, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, estimates that each year, there are 14 million new diagnoses. Think about that, every day, tens of thousands of new cases appear. Out of the 100+ types of HPV, some high-risk strains are well known for causing cancers, like cervical cancer. But could it also be a hidden risk factor for breast cancer? Breast cancer by the numbers. Breast cancer is the most frequently diagnosed cancer in women and second only to lung cancer in terms of death rates. The CDC's 2015 stats paint a stark picture. Breast cancer had the highest rate of new cases among women. With 1 in 8 women expected to develop invasive breast cancer at some point, it's an issue that demands attention. And let's not forget, breast cancer doesn't exclusively affect women, men can develop it too, though it's rarer. Most breast cancers start in the milk-producing glands, lobules, or the ducts that carry milk to the nipple. The difference between non-invasive and invasive cancers lies in their spread. Non-invasive cancers stay within the lobules or ducts, while invasive ones push beyond into healthy tissue. Is there an HPV breast cancer link? Research is ongoing, and while some evidence points to a possible connection between HPV and breast cancer, it's still a hot topic for debate. In 2009, a study analyzed 28 cancerous and 28 non-cancerous breast tissue samples. Researchers found high-risk HPV gene sequences in 2 of the cancerous samples. That's not a huge number, but it's enough to raise eyebrows. A 2017 study provided more clues. This time, both malignant and benign breast tissues were studied, and high-risk HPV DNA sequences were detected in some of the malignant samples. But here's the twist, they also found evidence of HPV in some benign tissues. What does that mean? Researchers speculate that those benign cases could potentially become cancerous in the future, but nothing is certain without further studies. So, why does this matter? Because if a strong link is proven, it could change how we approach breast cancer prevention and screening. The real causes, it's not just one thing. We don't know exactly what triggers breast cancer. Experts agree it's a mix of environmental factors, hormones, lifestyle choices, and genetics. Age plays a significant role, too. The risk increases as you get older. Other known risk factors include obesity, radiation exposure, having children at an older age or not having children at all, starting periods early or going through menopause late, drinking alcohol. About 85% of breast cancer cases occur in women with no family history of the disease, hinting that other influences are at play. If HPV does play a role, it could be tied to how the virus affects cellular mutations when the immune system fails to clear it. Why this matters for you? HPV isn't considered a formal risk factor for breast cancer, yet. But here's why this matters, understanding all potential triggers helps you stay proactive. The risk factors for HPV include being sexually active, but it's more than that. HPV can slip past a lot of safeguards, even condoms, because it can spread through areas they don't cover. It's crucial to protect yourself and stay informed. Prevention starts with awareness. You might not be able to prevent breast cancer outright, but there are steps you can take to improve early detection. Perform self-exams regularly. Early detection makes treatment easier and more successful. Talk to your doctor about when to start mammograms. While recommendations vary, some experts suggest beginning at age 40. Stay informed about any changes in your body and speak up if something feels off. For HPV prevention, the best strategy is vaccination. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has approved 3 vaccines, Cervarix, Gardasil, and Gardasil 9. These vaccines are effective and can help prevent cancers caused by high-risk HPV. For young people ages 9 to 14, it's a 2-dose series. For those 15 and older, it's 3 shots over 6 months. More tips for HPV prevention. Use latex condoms consistently, but understand that they don't offer complete protection. Know your partner's sexual history and ensure they get regular STI testing. Talk to your doctor about getting the HPV vaccine if you haven't already. It's now approved for people up to age 45. Final thoughts: is there a link? The science isn't definitive, and that's okay. What we do know is that HPV is a significant risk factor for certain cancers, particularly cervical cancer. As for breast cancer, the research is still ongoing, and it may take more time to determine any meaningful connection. The key takeaway? Take care of your health, stay informed, and always consult with your healthcare provider about your concerns. Call to action. Let's be honest, nobody wants to be blindsided by a health crisis. Your best weapon is knowledge. Practice safe habits, consider the HPV vaccine, and prioritize regular health screenings. Early detection and prevention could make all the difference. Take control of your health and stay aware. Share this with someone who might not know these facts. You could be sparking a life-saving conversation. Stay informed, stay proactive, and remember, your health is in your hands.